your banana. Just waking up for the morning. You're so cute. Look at you. Look at you with your banana. Stay down. Stay down. Got your bottle and your banana. Happy Wednesday. You're so cute, baby. Have any big plans for today? Just gonna hang out and lounge about. You're so cute. Wanna watch some TV? Turn on a show? Okay, let's turn on some TV, okay? Hi, baby. Look how smart you are. Yeah? Tatum, you are so smart. See?
Is that there?
You did that. Uh-oh.
See?
Uh-huh.
See?
Dirty. Got makeup on your hand. Have you been watching Sister? Really? Are you gonna like to do your makeup and be pretty like your sister? What?
See?
I do. Good job.
See? No. See?
Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing well. It is about 11:02 and I have decided I'm gonna make a German chocolate cake inspired by Miss Lori with Whippoorwill Holler. Check her out on YouTube, she is amazing. Okay, and I will pin the recipe down there in the comments so y'all can make it as well, but please watch her as well because she is amazing and I love her. So, first of all, we have got a half a cup of boiling water and then also German chocolate cake bar from Walmart or Kroger or Harps. They should all carry it. And if you don't have it, it's okay. You can always substitute it with regular baking chocolate. So what we're gonna do is put this in the boiling water and that's gonna help to melt that, which will make it perfect for our cake here in a little bit. Comes in this little foil pack. And if you see Miss Tatum down here, she's over here helping me out. She loves to help bake. Whew. It has been a busy day, y'all. The ducks have already got out. I'm not even sure how, unless we've got a hole somewhere in our fence, but there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be a hole in our fence, but luckily they were right here by our back gate and they were able to come right back. Got them all fed. They know what the sound of food is. They love it. So I'm gonna turn this back on really quick, just put it on low so it'll continue to melt. And I have got 2.5 cups of baking flour. And normally what I like to do is I like to spoon this into my measuring cup and then sift it as well. So that's what I'm sitting here doing. Just gonna sift this through really quick. I'll let y'all see. I'll give y'all a good angle. We're just gonna sift this out. This is gonna help to aerate that cake flour. Just like so. Now I did make this once last week, and Miss Lori did make a really good point. Now she does also have a recipe for a homemade cake flour, and I was going to attempt to do that, but I forgot to put cornstarch on my shopping list last night. So I went ahead and I got just regular old baking flour. So I wanted a no-fail recipe this time. Last time I just used regular all-purpose flour, and it did just like she said. You know, it still turned out, but it was a stiffer cake. And so this time I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna try to be like Miss Lori. We're gonna try to do this just like she does. So I'm just sifting this through. And this just helps to aerate the flour, make everything light and fluffy, just like you like. And I've got some little tiny crumbles here I'm just trying to get through. So I hate wasting everything. Put that in the sink really quick, get these little bits and pieces off the rim. Okay, so I've got, let me get more of my wooden spoons. I always like to use wooden spoons because that way it doesn't transfer any taste or anything to the actual pot of whatever I'm cooking. Sometimes I've noticed the plastics can transfer off like a weird smell sometimes, or it just doesn't, I don't know, there's just a weird smell to it. And so just to be on the safe side, I use wooden spoons. It's almost done completely melting, and I'm just gonna turn that off so it doesn't burn. Oh, this smells absolutely amazing, you guys. Alrighty, I'm gonna set this aside. This is the trash. Now I need to get 2 cups of sugar, so be right back. Alright, so I've got my sugar right here in my really cute glass jar. We are going to add all the dry ingredients together and then add in the wet as well towards the end. So we're going to do 2 cups of sugar. Half. 1. Half. 2. And I've just leveled those out. Now we are going to do a half a teaspoon of salt. And I've just got pink salt. Now I know it's a little bit more potent, so I'm just going to do like a little mirror. All right. Just a little bit of that. Put this over here to the side. All right, now a teaspoon of baking soda. I choose the generic regular baking soda. I always level it out on that little lip right there. And you can sift that into your flour as well. I just didn't this time. Alright, what else do we need? Salt, baking flour. Alright, that's good. Now we're going to start incorporating our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients. And I've got butter. It's been sitting here on the counter for a little bit, but it's not quite soft like I need it yet. So I'm just going to nuke this for about 20 seconds, rotate it 20 seconds, okay? Be right back. All right, so we've got our 1 cup of butter. I've got it all chopped up, and I'm about to put it in the microwave really quick. And this is one of my vintage bowls, so I gotta be really careful with it. It's one of my vintage stonewares. Do it 20 really quick. Take this trash, put that out of the way. All right, so we've already got our 2.5 cups of baking flour. We've got 2 cups of sugar. We've added our half a teaspoon of salt and our 1 teaspoon of baking soda. It does call for a cup of buttermilk, and I don't have any. I actually made some the other day from when I was making my own butter. But in this case, I'm just going to use half and half or regular milk because it should turn out the same. It's just going to have a lower fat content. Let's see. Ooh, that is toasty. I kind of feel the texture of it with my... Almost there. Yeah, it's getting soft. It's just maybe one more rotation. Put this back for 20 seconds. Oh, it's 11:11, you guys. Make a wish. I'm not superstitious, but ever since my baby went to heaven, I see a lot of rotating numbers. Let's take a look here. And I do have a bigger bowl. Let's take a look. Really cute. This was my husband's from when we first got together, and I love it. It incorporates all the white into my kitchen, so I've kept it. Oh, now it does call for 4 egg yolks, and you separate them out, 4 egg yolks, and then 4 egg whites. And it calls for you to fluff up or aerate the egg whites. Now, I have used in the past a emulsifier. That didn't really work. It worked a little bit. It aerated the top of it. I just couldn't get stiff peaks. I don't have a mixer at the moment. I've got some in a blender. It's got them mostly fluffed up, but they're starting to kind of separate it back out. So I'm going to turn that back on here in a minute on low and finish them reincorporating. That's kind of what happened last time. So I do need another KitchenAid mixer, but that will come later because they're expensive. All right, so I'm going to I'm taking out the butter really quick since that's been pretty well softened. That's a little bit hot, so y'all be careful. And if you see Miss Tatum going back and forth, she is putting some dog food over there in my vintage sink that we're installing this week. It keeps her busy, so she is happy, y'all. I love children so much. All right, and I'm going to add to that my teaspoon of vanilla. And sometimes I even get a little extra because I love vanilla. Vanilla tastes good. You can't go wrong with vanilla. And I want to make my own. Like, that is my next goal for the summer, y'all. Give a little extra mirror. I love vanilla. But it does not taste like it smells. Does not. Alrighty. Let's take a look-see. So what we're going to do now is add the melted chocolate to the butter and the vanilla. And then I also need to add in my 1 cup of milk. And I don't know about y'all, but I like to get every last bit of this. Because especially if you're paying for it, you want to get every single bit, right? Maybe I'm just weird like that, but I like to get all these little itty bits of chocolate that we've melted. Because it just, you know, I mean, you pay for it, it costs a lot of money. And it definitely enhances the flavor. Or at least it does in my mind, all these little bits of chocolate that we leave behind. Almost done, y'all. I really do hope everyone's having a good day. Sometimes it's hard, that transition between Christmas and New Year's till we start to reach springtime. It can be hard, especially with the cold weather. Where my family is originally from, I'm not sure how we ended up in Arkansas, but where we're originally from is Massachusetts, up by the Cape Cod area, Boston. And you'll hear some of my accent come out now and again. I wasn't even raised up there. I was just there from when I was a baby. But my dad had a strong Boston accent, and I think I picked up on it. Alrighty, so let's get a cup of milk, and then we will start everything together. Here we go. That yet, y'all. You're gonna hear my chickens outside. She's not happy about something. One cup of milk. Okay, put this over here. I Actually, it looks like it's getting cloudy. I do know we have a big rainstorm coming into central Arkansas this weekend around my husband's birthday. He's gonna be 46, y'all, and we have been together since right before he turned 27. Woo! So we've known each other for about 20 years. And like I said in one of the other videos, like they always say marriage is work. It is, but it's a blessed type of work. Like looking back at everything that we've been through, I mean, we've had our ups and downs, no doubt, but I mean, we've come a long way together. Get all this mixed in. Put this pan over here. And half of this, y'all, I'm gonna give away to my my son's girlfriend. I love her to pieces. She is so wonderful. And she's always bringing me stuff, so I want to bring her stuff. She lives right down the road. I love her to pieces. She's the sweetest, kindest, most gentle person I've ever met. Our personalities are just alike. I love her so much. Now, because I'm a weirdo, I'm going to sift what I want to do to make sure everything's incorporated is I'm mixing all of our dry ingredients together really quick, just fluffing it up, aerating it, making sure everything's well incorporated. My husband still doesn't know yet. I have a vintage fridge coming. And it's all of it. It's not, I think it's close to close to my height, if not a little bit shorter. I'm only 5'4". It's not quite that tall. So I want to put it up on a pedestal or something, build one, like a little pallet for it to sit on, because with it being shorter than me, it's gonna be hard to get into. And so, whoop, just made a little bit of a mess. I want to have it be close to my height. It's gonna be cream colored too. It's gonna be, now they do have a date range on the vintage fridges. I think it's on the compressor from what Justin said, the guy I'm getting it from. He's at Vintage 55 Restorations. Wonderful person. Him and his wife run the business together. He said it's between a 1946 and a 1949, just from him looking at it. He is so smart. But the age should be on the compressor itself. I'm a nerd for history. I love old history stuff because you never know where that item has been, what it's been through, who it's seen, like all its good days, its bad days. I love that. That's why I have a bunch of old wood in my house as well. Oh, alrighty, so I am going to, I've got all the flour and the baking soda mixed. I'm going to start incorporating all of the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients, and then I will fluff back up the egg whites, and then I'll be right back. All right, y'all, so I've got my vintage egg white mixture, not my vintage egg white mixture, my vintage mixer. You can see, unfortunately, some of it's kind of started to separate a little bit, but we're going to fold it little by little into our cake mixture here. So this is what's going to help give it that little poof and make it extra airy. I'll let y'all see down here really quick. And if you notice, the cake itself has a very light brown colored mixture or color, and that's what you want. I'm just gonna see, like the fluffy egg whites are so beautiful. Just gonna gently fold these in, and once I get a KitchenAid mixer, it'll be so much better. It'll fluff that up and aerate it just like you want it. But those are pricey, y'all. My husband likes to laugh at me because sometimes I go back and forth between a really southern accent and a northern one. It's kind of funny. My family does have an old farmhouse up in Massachusetts. I would love to own it. It was given to my great aunt, and unfortunately, for my timer timed out on my phone, it's not in the best condition. It'll take a lot of work to get it to where it needs to be. But y'all, a 100-year-old farmhouse? Yes. Nobody can say no to that. And it was actually in an old commercial in 1987. I believe it was cream of wheat, if I remember right. Or it could have been a Campbell's soup. I think it was cream of wheat though. I'm pretty sure it was cream of wheat. Got all that mostly cleaned out. I'm just gonna kind of clean off my little plastic spatula here. I don't like to use plastic too often. But I used to go up there every few years when I was younger, and I've got a bunch of pictures. And I'd play with the cows across the street. And see, I didn't grow up with a mom that cooked, unfortunately. And we didn't really get to see my grandma all too often, but the times I'd go see my great-grandparents, that is where I got the knack for cooking. And she's, you know, with the Lord now, and she's been in heaven for the last about 15 years or so. I only got to see her up until I was about 16 years of age, actually. Perfect. That little bit of left right there. Whoop! Just made a little bit of a mess. Clean that up. Gently set that down in my sink. And I'm so excited. My vintage cast iron sink is getting installed this weekend. My husband's going to redo part of the electrical. God help his soul. Please pray for him. Alright, look y'all. This is what you're looking at right here. That's what the color that you want. It's like a light brown. Alrighty, perfect. And now, since I'm sharing this, I am going to grease up the small pan right here. And I am going to do another pan for ourselves. Not that I need it, but I know my husband greatly appreciates it. He loves when I cook everything from scratch. So that's well incorporated. I'm going to go ahead and grease the pan, and I'll be right back, y'all. Be right back. Alrighty, so I'm just greasing the pan with my butter, getting it all well put together here. And y'all, I swear, I just turned 40 years old in October, but I don't feel 40. I mean, I do and I don't. Like, I feel, how should I say? I feel like I am mentally, this is gonna sound wrong, I feel like I am like 60 something years old. I feel like I've lived another lifetime. I know it's not possible, but I feel like I've lived another lifetime. And I feel like I'm 60. Like, I have old lady vibes, and I love it. But I feel young. I feel very well and lively. I'm just going to pour this into the pan really quick. About halfway up. And y'all, I've been trying to do so good since New Year's, and I haven't been able to get back on the wagon. Let's make that clear. It's still quite hard, because I'm going to probably lick this bowl. I know they say you shouldn't do it, but it's so good. It's so good. Alright, that's about halfway up. And it's still going to poof up as well, so I am going to cook this for about 20 to 30 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. Periodically check it. Usually if you can kind of smell it in the oven, it's getting close to being done. So I'm going to put it in the middle rack. Beautiful. I'm going to do that one, and then I'm going to do the one for us here later. This one's for Miss Riley. Well, I will go ahead and set my timer for 20 minutes because mentally that's what I want to do. And then I'll come back and check it again. Get everything cleaned up, and then once this cools down, I'll show you how I make the topping. And like I said, please watch Miss Lori. She is such a wonderful, wonderful inspiration. I love her to pieces. She is like the mom, grandma that everybody wants, and she's a wonderful inspiration. I'll be back in a little bit. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Please go take a nap if you want to, watch some TV, go get showered, whatever you would like. I love you, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright y'all, so the main cake is done. Now we're going to get to making the frosting. The best part of the cake, right? Alright, so let me move the cake out of the way really quick. Bingo. Now, we're gonna start with 2 cups of sugar and 2 cups of evaporated milk. And also 2 sticks of butter. I've had them kind of chilling on my fridge, kind of warming up, but I'm gonna go ahead and melt them really quick. Oh, I hope y'all's day is going wonderful. Oh, today is church day, Wednesday. So we should be going to church this afternoon. And I think our pastor said they're going to do 6 different classes today. So we'll see. Okay, so let's get our sugar. We're going to get 2 cups. And if you hear Miss Tatum over there, she's playing with her toys. Alrighty, so 2 cups, and this is all I can find. So I'm using a 1/2 cup measuring cup. So 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2, and it looks like a lot, but it's gonna make a lot, y'all. It looks so good. Okay, 2 cups of evaporated milk. And for this, let's see, 12 fluid ounces of carnation evaporated milk. And this little one is 5 ounces, but we're going to omit 1 ounce of this. Woo! And I always make 2 little Cokes in the container. That's 12 ounces and just like a smidge bit more. So, make sure we get to another 1/2 cup of this. And I've got my cake as well in the oven for later for dessert. Go. So we just got a little bit more of this. I can't quite yet find anything I'm going to make with it. I'm just going to put it back in the fridge. All right, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Alrighty, and 2 teaspoons is 2 capsules from what I've figured out. And to be honest, y'all, last time I think I did 3 just for grins and giggles. Yeah, another meal. Alrighty. Now we're gonna need 2 2/3 cup of coconut flakes. Alright. Find my scissors really quick. Alright. Huh, I didn't have one. Look at that. This is sticky, so I'm going to try to be really careful to get it all in the cup. I just when it falls on the counter, I have to eat. So we got 1 full cup. Two cups. And 2/3 of a cup next. So I'm going to call this is about almost 3/4 of the way up. So we'll call it 2 2/3. Go with these little pieces in there. Go ahead and get that melted down. And it calls for 6 egg yolks. So So remember, before we had 4 egg yolks, we're just gonna add 2 more and then just strain off the egg whites. Got the sugar off my fingers. And then we're gonna need, towards the end, I'm also gonna add the 2 cups of chopped pecans. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to whisk it until we get it nice and aerated, and it's gonna lose its shine, and that's when it's gonna start to thicken up. It's gonna, from what I have been told, it's gonna be kind of like making pralines or pralines, however you want to say it. Hey, Miss Tatum. Oh, that one's all dirty, sweetheart. There we go. Put my sugar up. That's right. And give this a quick stir as it's all melting together. Make sure none of the sugar burns on the bottom. You want to see? You want to see?
No.
It's Miss Tatum.
No.
Yeah.
Get that.
Get that. What you want to get? Do you want to try some coconut? No, that's my car key. We can't lose that. Want to try some coconut? Not too sure of that, huh? Mmm. Yeah. And our cake is about done. I'm going to take that out of the stove too. Hot. Right. But as this is heating up, y'all, I'm going to incorporate the 6 egg yolks, because you don't want to cook them. You want to kind of like when you're making eggnog, you want to just kind of incorporate them to where they don't turn to eggs, like scrambled eggs. Ah. I know I hit the button. Let's get the other cake out, baby girl. Really careful. It's hot, okay? You say hot. Careful. I don't want you getting burned, baby. That one was in a metal pan, so it cooked a lot faster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Give us a quick stir of roux. What you doing? You want uppies? Oh, you want to see everybody, don't you? Want to see? Less than a month, y'all. She'll be 2 years old. Can you believe it? Now I've got to get myself an actual filming stand for the kitchen, because all my cabinets are on one wall, and then I've just got the table behind me, and then that open wall that I'm going to put another Hoosier cabinet on eventually. So it's really hard to get a good filming angle, and so earlier when y'all were looking at me, it's like chin up, and it's not a good angle at all. And I don't want y'all to have to see that either, but I'll get myself another filming stand and it'll be a lot better, I can promise you. But for now, we get to hang out with Miss Tatum. I've got the butter melting, and then I'll get some other eggs going soon. Let's get, we got 2 more from the chicken earlier. That was pretty, and that was pretty. Look at that. We got a light brown one, and a dark brown one, dark speckled, and a light brown. So beautiful. Having chickens is a lot of fun, y'all, I can promise you. Still just coming together. Yeah, it's kind of hot, isn't it? It's hot over here. Do you want to do the eggs? Let's go get our egg yolks out of the fridge. You're so silly. These are kind of getting like kind of congealed. It was like nice and golden there. All right, let's see how I'm gonna do this. Put you down for 2 seconds, okay? Let's see here. Bless you. Bless you. I'm gonna go ahead and stir these in before it gets too hot so it doesn't cook essentially. Bless you. Oh, sweetie. Really? You're being so silly. You're being so two really quick. Your utensils. You're so funny. And I've got two more fresh egg yolks right here. Dump those in really quick. Beautiful. Color of this, y'all. This is a beautiful pale yellow. Once all that butter's done melting, I'll go ahead and get the pecans in, and we'll be good to go. Yep, so it's 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of evaporated milk, 6 egg yolks, 2 sticks of butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 2/3 cup of coconut flakes, and 2 cups of chopped pecans or pecans, depending on where you're from. Alrighty. Yeah. So since this is getting good and warm and the butter is completely melted, I'm going to add the 2 cups of chopped pecans. Oh, I know. It's almost getting to be her nap time, y'all. We're going to spend some time together, beautiful. And if this doesn't come together on the stove because it's warm, and it does take a minute to kind of thicken up, here's the first cup. You can always put it in the stove and let it thicken up for a while once it cools, or put it in the fridge, and that will do the trick. Do you want to try one? Do you want to try one? You might like that. She loves trying new things right now, y'all. And our second cup of chopped pecans going in the stove. I'm gonna do that right there. And I'll let y'all see. And you just want to whisk it, whisk it, whisk it, whisk it. It's got that opaque kind of baby yellow color. That's what you're looking for. You want to kind of aerate it and fluff it up, and it's going to get thick. And what I actually need to do for a minute, turn the heat up. And like I said, this is going to thicken considerably. It's going to be like a thicker, custardy-like consistency, almost like a thick jam. Once we get done, it's almost the same process as if you're making pralines. And it's already getting quite thick, and I'm going to turn the heat back down here in just a second. And see, the sugar and the butter, those act like binders, and then you've got your protein from the eggs, and they all come together just beautifully. Be careful, don't burn yourself. It is getting considerably thicker as we go. So I want to turn the heat back down to a low. Hi, Tatum. So I'm gonna keep stirring this and whipping it, and then it'll get nice and thick, and then I'll bring y'all back when we get done, okay? Be right back. All right, y'all, so I just pulled up to my daughter's school. I'm just gonna sit here for a minute. It's about 2:40. She gets out about 3:10 or so, depending. Some days they let them right out at 3 o'clock. But just kind of sitting here. It's really cloudy outside. I think there's that storm moving into central Arkansas that's coming in this weekend. Got both the cakes done. I got the one for Riley done. I got the one for us done. I know Talia's super pumped about wanting to go to church tonight. Some days we do Bible study at the house, just depending. My husband will pick a book in the Bible and do some deep research on it, and then we'll all study it at the house together, and then we'll have dinner together and just kind of hang out and just relax. And it's a wonderful, wonderful time. I'm so thankful that my husband has come into that. The only thing, like, I really wish, like, I know he's a Christian. I wish I could see him get baptized, because I know that would be a, you know, just for the kids to see that their dad's getting baptized and to show that leap of faith in front of everybody, you know, that would mean just so much for me. But, you know, another thing I was kind of thinking is, I wish, and y'all are gonna laugh, I wish there was like a grandparent adoption program, because there's so many families out there that don't have grandparents or in-laws or, you know, extended family in their lives that don't come visit a lot. And I would love to somehow adopt a set of grandparents. Like, some of our neighbors are the closest, most loving people we could ever ask for. And they love our kids like our own. Like, we have an older couple that live across the street from us, and like one over. It's kind of like diagonally. And then we have a gentleman that lives directly across from us. He's like a grandpa as well. Kids love him. And then we've got a couple that live directly behind us. They're always bringing stuff over. The kids love them to pieces. And then we have a couple, because we're on a corner a lot. The couple directly across from us, like on the side street, they're like the most God-fearing, loving people. I love them to pieces. We've got a lot of wonderful neighbors. You know, I wish there was like this grandparent adoption program. Like, how cool would that be, right? And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that don't have family. They're like, I would love to have grandkids, but I'm sure there's a whole checks and balances process that happens with that. But I don't know, again, Tam's back there, she's nibbling on her ice. She sees me nibble on ice from time to time, and she loves to do it too. So she likes the texture. But just, so far everything's been going well, and I hope everyone's doing well too. I really do. Still kind of struggling with body image. I need to lose about 15 pounds. I know my husband tells me, you look so beautiful, like, I love you the way you are. But for me personally, and I'm sure there's other people out there, like, I feel best when I'm about 120, 125. And I was going to Planet Fitness. I know they've been like in the news for like all that jazz. But they used to be open 24 hours a day. And if I couldn't sleep at 2 or 3 in the morning, I'd get up, get my gym clothes on, and I'd hit the gym for 2 hours. That's how I used to do it. But also, I think part of it is because I used to work in banking and mortgage and title and all that, and there's a suit and tie culture. There's a certain aesthetic that you have to have, and it wasn't like required, but like, you get treated better. Basically, like, no one wants to really say it, but if you're fit and you're, you know, and there's a lot of women that will get Botox. I used to get Botox all over my face. I used to get fillers under my eyes because I have deep set eyes, and so that's why I look like I'm always tired, even though I'm not always tired. I used to get fillers under there. You need to be really careful with that. Used to work out 5-6 days a week for 2 hours, no less than 2 hours. You know, so that's kind of what I'm used to. And since I've been a stay-at-home mom now for almost 2 years, like, not having that time to get out, that's hard. but I don't know. And I guess I'm not also like ready to have that like old lady body. But you know, I mean, it is what it is, and I love life, and I've got a great group of people around me. I have a wonderful family. God's blessed me like immensely. I couldn't be more thankful for that. You know, and y'all are my family as well. I mean, I don't get to get out a lot, so I just love to get to talk to y'all, and y'all are wonderful to hang out with. So, just please comment below, like, subscribe. It's like my little family diary type videos, really and truly. But I'll let y'all go for now. I'm just gonna sit here and wait in line and kind of chill and clean up the car because Riley's coming with us. I'm so excited about that. Y'all have a wonderful day. That's right, baby. And I will check back in with you once I get Talia in the car. Bye. Alrighty, just got Talia in the car. How was school, babe?
Delicious.
How was it delicious?
I got to have another hamburger with chicken in it.
Ooh.
My favorite. With, I think, mustard or... But guess what, guys?
What?
Riley's gonna come and I'm like, I'm her like little elf.
Oh, what'd y'all have for dessert?
I don't think we had dessert.
Really? Did you have anything for snack today?
Non-snack.
What kind of snacks do you want for school?
Oreos, chips, and all the stuff that you know, right?
Right. I guess Dad said tonight we're gonna go to church. And I guess I'm gonna make pork chops later. Whoopsies.
With barbecue sauce.
Give me barbecue sauce.
When I get home, I'm gonna talk to Riley a little bit. And guess what?
What?
If you have a girlfriend, that's okay. Cause I'm just like a fancy person, you know.
Really?
I got blue eyes, sharp eyes. See my eyes? They're sensitive. You know, okay, it's gonna get a little sunny over there. And hey mom, guess what?
What?
When we get to Harps, you know what we're gonna buy? C-A-N-D-Y. And you know how much?
How much?
I'm gonna get Junior Mints, gum, and Lifesavers.
Alright, well, we'll pick back up later. Give an update on how things are going, and we'll get dinner started and get ready for church, okay?
And don't forget to send all the videos, like, subscribe, share button, and there's a saying where it goes, do that too. Bye!
You feeding your chickens? Y'all, she loves these chickens so much. Hi. That's right. Uh-huh.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I feel like you're being sneaky. Are you getting into the chicken food? All right, I think that's enough food for the chickens.
Yeah.
All done. Our meat brother, and she is huge. She's made it. Springtime will be a year. If you ever had meat birds and you gotta pick them up, they are hot. They are very hot-natured birds, surprisingly. If you pick them up under their breast area, and you lift them up, they run very hot. Look at this, we got a little trail of chicken food. All done, Tatum. All done, baby. Can you say all done? All done. All right, y'all, it's a little after 6 p.m. today. My husband just took the kids to church. Tatum has a little bit of a head cold or sinuses. I just got done making homemade dinner rolls. They look amazing. I'm gonna make some pork chops tonight with some caramelized onions and create like a sauce with that. It's going to be amazing. I just want to check in and tell everybody hi. I hope you're doing well. I'll see you in a little bit when I get dinner started. Hey y'all, so it's dinner time. Tatum is over there sleeping on the couch, but I got a package of boneless pork chops. Probably should have got the bone in, but that's okay. I'm gonna get this seasoned. I'm gonna caramelize some onions. I've already got my onions cut up, and I got a large onion from Walmart, and I've already halved it and then halved it again. This is the whole onion. I think I'm only gonna use half of this. I may use all of it depending on how it looks as I caramelize. So my pan is already hot. There we go. Go ahead. Some butter in my pan. Toss these onions in. Oh, Miss Tatum's not feeling too well. She's got a head cold. Today's been a really good day, y'all. It really has. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go check on her and I'll be back in just a little bit.
Do your thing?
Hands, eyes.
God, thank you so much for this wonderful meal that my wife has prepared for us once again. Greatly appreciate her, and thank you for watching out over these wild little bunch of children while they were at church. And please watch out over TT and her little sickness here. In the name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Of course, you do.